Hello guys, welcome to the quick post market analysis. The detailed analysis I'll do by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock once we get the full data. So here I'll share the screen and then I'll explain. Okay, so if you look at this is what the trades that we have taken. I've taken a trade on call side, 36,000 profit. And then there is on put trade, 23,100 and some profit. And then this is actually the first trade that we have taken. That was a beautiful trade. Second entry also on this was beautiful. We were with actually very good profit, around 30,000 profit. But then there was a reversal and then I just got into trap and then it eventually turned into a loss. Otherwise, this was actually the best trade. Okay, but anyway, leave that. And what happened today is you got a flat opening, as we discussed in pre-market, around 20-point gap up opening and flat opening, but we got a flat minus 30. And then you got that sudden spike, right? So when you got the sudden spike, it came to the CPR and then the Camarilla pivot. So right at 9:15 itself, you got an opportunity to, I'll show the order book and then it will be easy for you to understand. So this is what I'm talking about. You got an opening here and suddenly it bounced till this. And once the bounce till this, what happened? You got a sudden rejection, a sharp rejection. And if you look at my orders, you can see I've taken a trade at 9:15, 13th second, because I got a sharp spike here. And then what happened is, you can see here, there is a dip. And you can see here, I've taken this trade at 153. And can you see this difference in time? 13 and 19, 9:15 itself, 6 seconds. That's when I got this 20 points in 6 seconds. And then I exited at 178, final exited at 188. So 188 exit means 9:15, 13 is the entry. That's when market opened. 9:15, 35, we have taken the first trade and closed with almost 35 points in a matter of just 20 seconds, out of which 6 seconds gave us 20 points. Total 20 seconds gave us 35 points. So once you know the levels, so trend is there, but once you know the level, that's what I told in the pre-market also, where you need to enter, right? If you enter right there, then there is no problem. And then again, market have bounced. And then again, what we did is the similar strike. This is what I told you. This is where I was in a good profit, but eventually later it turned into be a loss, but we managed it with other trades. So again, you can see second time it was coming. Now, second time when it comes, you cannot see I am not adding this much quantity. I'm adding only 260, right? So 260 I've added at 139. And second time I'm not looking for this much profits. I look for some 10 points. So out of 260, 3/4 I booked here. And rest of it, what I did, I took a trailing stop loss to the cost. So after booking the profit, then I kept the stop loss to the cost price. This is the buy price. That is where I'm exiting. So I booked some profits here. I have not lost in this, right? So this trade is a very good profit. This trade also gave us something. And then again, I entered at 1.4. And now again, what they have done is they broke this level and they came and gave this confirmation. So even though I exited at 138, I re-entered at 148. Why? The same strike price. And then when I got again second confirmation, you can see I'm adding again at 145. I'm adding again at 142. So first time at my level, I'm confident I'm going with 390 quantity. Second time when it is coming, I'm going with 260 quantity. Third time, I'm going with 130. Again, I have reduced. But third time, when I got this 2 candles confirmation, because we have the CPR and we have the Camarilla pivot also, and we are getting that rejection also. So once you get that confirmation, that is when I added. Again, it is now back to 390 quantity like this. Then you see here, whatever I added at 142, I booked at 152. Whatever I added at 145, I booked at 155. Whatever I added at 148, I booked at 158, but not completely, 65 only. And then again, rest of it, I booked at 165. So this trade again from 142 to 165. This trade from 153 to 188. This trade from 139 to 148. And that's enough for the day. And then that move of came till this level. This is where I took the entry, but that definitely we may not be able to capture because the kind of bounce which you got here, that will make you confused to enter again. But then again, once they broke the 20 MA and then retracement to this, then the put strike price was also coming to VWAP. That was an opportunity, but then we were in the mentoring sessions and we were discussing about other things. So anyway, we got one beautiful trade here, another beautiful trade here. Even within this also got 10 points. So we are done for the day almost. But then again, once it came to these levels, That is where, yeah, a couple of stop losses again I have taken. At this level, I have taken a stop loss. At this level also, this is very important level. So we tried, but reversed and took the stop loss once this candle gave a close below this. Then when this reversed, that is what the call trade. And then towards the end also, we got this call trade. So this put trade was good. And then somewhere here also, we have taken a put trade. And then towards the end also, I've taken a put trade. That is because you see this high, right? This is yesterday's high. So what is the reason for this trade? CPR, Camarilla pivot, and previous day latest swing high. Now, once it comes to this level, this high, right? So this high and this high. So I was looking for a rejection and I got a decent premium move. So there is one trade I got somewhere here and there is one trade I got here also. So that is the other two put trades that we have taken. So this is something like which you can see. Already we know there is a potential short covering today. There is a possibility of relief rally today. So I've discussed in the pre-market where you need to look for that. And 23,000 once it came at one point it have broken also. And from 23,000 it broke 22,950 and then rallied all the way to 24,500. 24,500 was again a rejection zone. Just like 23,000, they are taking support. 24,500, 23,500 is a rejection zone. That is the previous day high also, right? So easy day. You got the first couple of trade on the put side. Very clear, very clean trades. And then 23,000 bounce, which is a technical bounce, which is an oversold bounce, which is a relief rally. And then after 230, when you get such kind of one big candle, then you need to understand that there is a short covering coming. So either you will catch that short covering or you will wait for that important level to come because it have the potential to come to that level because that is the aggressive short covering which you get towards the end, right? Because it's at a very low level and tomorrow's expiry also. So maybe tomorrow can be a sideways day. So today the short covering and everything is done. 23,000 also very good put writing is there. So that is the reason why I've taken put call trade at 23,000. So when you read everything together, it's a very easy market to trade, right? Some of you might have got trapped in the call trade if you tried at yesterday's low and that S3 level. But then if you re-entered, then you got that, whatever you expected, you might have got it. So that's about this, and I'll discuss the, rest of the details, the data, the facts and figures and fundamental things after some time once we get things settled. Okay, see you there.